This is the dye stain. Not sure what they made it of besides solvent. Anyways, didn't quite turn out as quite what I expected, but I am spraying it with an HVLP versus an air-assisted airless. I've learned through my employer that air-assisted airless is one of the easiest applications to apply a dye stain or an NGR stain, and this it worked very well. But I'm so accustomed to the dye stains of where I work that this didn't quite spray out as what I thought it would. But the wipe stain is going to help even it out a little bit. So I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to do the doors and the shelves, and then we'll do the wipe stain. Okay guys, I just got done spraying this cabinet with the dye stain, and you probably saw I wasn't wearing a mask, and there was a reason for that, because the mask I had, the charcoal filters were worn out. I didn't get any in time, and I thought for sure I'd be able to spray this without a mask that short duration. Let me tell you something. I'm not sure what these guys made that dye stain out of, but I'm thinking it's methanol, which is probably one of the worst solvents you could possibly inhale, even if you're not even trying to. It's something that's going to stick with you for a little while, and I'm sure I probably shaved a few years off my light. But anyways, meanwhile, while I let the dye stain dry, I went to Sherwin-Williams and got a new mask, because it turned out to be that the one I had can't get filters for it anymore. So the one thing I will tell you, and I don't know if it says it anywhere on the package here, but for a while 3M was selling a model, and I don't remember which model it was, would come in a reusable foil-lined bag. Those of you who are not aware of this, that these filters, these cartridges in this mask, do expire, and at the same time, if you leave them out in the open air, they're actually still getting used. Even though you're not breathing through them, it's still the charcoal or whatever they have in there is actually being used just with the air around it. So it's been recommended that whenever you use a respirator, to get like yourself like a big Ziploc baggie and put your respirator in it when you're not in use. You'll extend the life a little bit, but you'll know when the cartridges go bad because you'll start to smell and taste the stuff you're spraying. So this one here is a 3M Tech. It's a cheaper model, but here it says used before 08/2013. So anyways, it was like a $30 mask, and really when it comes to something like this, if you think about your health, $30 is nothing. So anyways, I'm going to open this up, and then also I want to do a little bit of review with the cabinet here. Make sure that all of the doors and the shelves are the same color as the cabinet. So now before I put the wipe stain on, I have laid up all the pieces inside the cabinet just to verify that everything looks to be the same in color. Looking through the viewfinder here on the camera, it doesn't look too bad, and also in real time it doesn't look too bad. Again, this is the time now before you put the wipe stain on to verify that everything is nice and as uniform as possible in color. Like again, now this is just the dye stain or the NGR stain. The next step will be spraying on a coat of a wiping stain and then wiping it down. Up here, I'm not sure what happened, but there was a ding in here, a scratch. And so I had to spot repair that. And it doesn't look too terribly bad, so hopefully I'll be able to make it look like something. I did do a test piece here to see how the wiping stain plays a part in the final color. And it actually, I have a piece right here. If you look on your right side, that is the final color with the wipe stain. Prior to that, you can kind of see a line there. That's just the dye stain or the NGR stain. So the wiping stain is basically just giving a little bit more body and making it a little bit more uniform. They did a very, very nice job of making sure that the wipe stain and dye stain are both in the same color background. The one thing I just absolutely can't stand is to have a, for example, the dye stain being one color and then the wiping stain being a totally different color. So looking at the doors to the cabinet and the shelves inside the cabinet, everything looks nice and uniform. So the next step is I'm going to spray the entire cabinet with wipe stain, and I will be using the gravity feed gun again with the 3M PPS cup on it, and I'll I'll spray the entire cabinet inside and out, and then I will go to town on wiping it. So hopefully they gave me some workability open time on that wiping stain. So. as you can see, I busted my bottom on wiping that down, but I think I got it. The one thing is, you're probably thinking that, well, you know, that looks too dark. And I was kind of questioning the same thing. It is darker, but the one thing is, these guys, they matched this on maple again, and I gave them a birch piece, and that's kind of what I was afraid of, was it was going to be a little bit on the dark side. But I did talk to my sister-in-law, who's the customer for this, and she was okay. She actually liked it better than the original. So when I put the sealer on there, you'll start to bring out more of that red again. But I was just really amazed at how dark this really is, because this here is a target, and this is what I got. I can't do this one-handed, but this one is a little bit more Merlotish, purplish, and that's kind of what I'm seeing here. But once I put the sealer on it, it'll definitely bring out more of that red again. So it's kind of dull right now, and that's fine. But it'll change color. It'll kind of liven or brighten back up again with the clear sealer. So, and is that wiping issue there maybe? Maybe not. The stain is so dark you can't really see. Guess it'll be okay. That's one thing with these darker stains, is they can be a little bit more forgiving. So, but yeah, as far as the base of the dye stain or the NGR stain, I don't know what they used, because there was a little bit of grain raise here, and I thought somebody told me methanol back in the day was like a really perfect solvent base for a dye stain. And then certain parts of the country, I don't think you could use it. And then all of a sudden you can use it, or the small shops can use it. The large shops that are very large quantity hazardous waste generators, they can't, I don't think, I'm not sure, but I know that for the very small quantity waste generator like me, it's not an issue. So, but anyways, so I'm going to stain up the backs of the doors and the backs of the shelves, and let that dry for a while. I'll spray the fronts, and then should be ready for a coat of clear sealer. But there you have it. That's the wiping stain over the dye stain. I have to say, I'm pretty impressed. Before, the dye stain looked a little bit blotchy, and it's looks really nice and even now. The color, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but I can see it in real time. The plywood is just a tinge lighter than the frame, and that's more so probably due to the veneer. I've seen plywood go either direction when it comes to a dye stain with a wipe stain over it. So, you know, up here it doesn't look so bad. So maybe I didn't quite wet it out down here. But there's some doors that go here anyways, so I'm more so concerned about the top here. So far I have to say I'm pretty impressed for the most part.